Good afternoon, everyone. Today is November the 24th. It's Sunday, and it's Mr. James going live. The comment I put inside my little boxes, I figured out what the name I want to call my program. I want to call my program Tombstone Recovery. It's a matter of life or death. Now, how did I come with Tombstone? I really don't even know. It just came in my mind when I thought about the Cowboys coming into town to save town, save the folks, you know what I mean, for all the crime and all that stuff like that. It just popped in my mind. I said, damn, that's what, you know what I mean? I want to be a wider, you know what I mean? Come and save the town. So I figured out, you know what I mean? I use the Tombstone and recovery, which is a good thing. But other than that, how are y'all feeling? That's the most important thing. How was y'all week this week? Um, this is my second time going live, and I want y'all to understand that it's all about recovery. It's all about progress, not perfection. I want y'all to come on in here and chime in with me and open up and share some of your stories. And if you need any suggestions or anything like that, then that's what Mr. James is here for. So I'm opening up my page, in the live situation, what I mean? So we're going to slide over here to the chat part and I'm going to say hi to some folks. Hello and welcome to Tombstone Recovery at squekdawg. Okay, all right, we all set with that. Anyway, last week we're gonna talk about me real quick. Last week I had a pretty good week. My transcripts came in from my school, Go Trojans. I turned them into my new school, so I finally got a chance to talk to an advisor and talk to one of the professors and stuff, and they gave me a very good consultation on what I was trying to do, and it was very good, very good. So I got a little ways to go, you know what I mean, in order for me to own my own treatment center. So I got to get these accreditations and stuff. So I did take care of that. I did go to group. Group was fine. Fortunately, I can't discuss the things that goes on inside Narcotic Anonymous because it's supposed to be private. But there was a lot of people there that showed up and everything, which was good. I want to have group, not even group, just a open conversation. You know, um, on my page and stuff, and let some people come on in and we can all sit together around with each other and we can discuss some things. It could be men, it could be women, it could be co-ed. You know what I mean? I just feel like, I want to start somewhere on the strength of a foundation and I want to start here, which is pretty good. You know what I mean? I like to thank all my subscribers. I know that, for certain that some of you all, there are going through some things, you know what I mean? And it is hard to open up to folks and talk to them, you know what I mean? I had an issue like that also too, and that's called trust. So let's talk about trust. It's hard to trust people. People stab you in the back. You tell people some things, they go back out, they tell other folks, and by the time they get to the 20th person, the whole story got twisted up. You know what I mean? That's unfortunate. You know what I mean? So it's hard for us to trust things that we say to people that make you feel comfortable that they won't go back and tell other folks. Now, during our addiction, we did the same thing. We told people this, we told people that, and some of those folks went out there and just badgered us. Seemed like, Mr. James, I didn't never had nothing to hide. You know what I mean? I told him this is what I do, this is how I get down. If you don't like it, oh well, keep it moving. You know what I mean? That's one thing. Everybody recovery is different. I never ever was one of those people who ran down on people with a gun or robbed stores and all that stuff like that. Dug into my mama pocketbook and took $10 for some drugs and stuff. No. I still had morals and values in my life, and one of them I had trust. You know what I mean? Because during my addiction, I had to trust some people because at one point in time, not only I was getting high, but I was also selling drugs. So a lot of money does come back and forth among folks, you know what I mean, that you do have to trust folks, you know what I mean. But in recovery, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a gray line, you know what I mean. When you trust in people, when you meet new people in recovery, you share the trust that y'all somewhat have something in common, the same story. Of course, yes, we all got in common. Yeah, we got high, but everybody's story is different. You know what I mean? And then you do be a little leery when you want to tell someone your story or what you did or how you did it and why you did it and all that stuff like that. And then, you just be a little worried that that person is going to go back out in the group or in the community and tell your stuff, you know what I mean? But you know what? Don't worry about that. That's one thing with me. A lot of things that I tell people, I want them to know. A lot of things I don't tell people because they're not going to be able to handle it. Yeah, they going to be able to handle it. You know what I mean? So, in the trust game, what I mean, you still have to be careful. You know what I mean? But trust and believe on Mr. James' page here, my nickname is Squekdawg. Y'all now have been introduced to my new name of my recovery program. It's going to be called Tombstone at Recovery. Well, Tombstone Recovery. And I want the slogan to be, it's a matter of life or death, because it is. It's that serious. And that is the truth. So, while I'm still going on with, the YouTube, trying to get the subscribers, trying to get the followers and all those stuff like that, it's not all about that with me. I just wanted to sit down and talk to some folks, you know what I mean, share my story, you know what I mean, how, I became addictive and how I had an addictive nature. But today I done maneuvered out that life. You know what I mean? Now my life, I want to try to save at least one life. Or just talk to somebody and tell them, like, look, you are loved. Somebody care about you. What you going through, it is a hard situation. Guess what? I done experienced some of them experiences too. And trust to believe me, the things that you tell Mr. James on my page, and if you tell me in live, it would be kept between me and you. That's it. So I hope everybody had a good week this week. Like I said, I got into school, so I got two classes. I'm taking chemical dependency and I'm taking biology. Those are the first two classes I got to take. You know what I mean? The chemical dependency, I'm not too much what's going on with it. Biology is biology. So I got to learn the makeup of the body, but I'm pretty sure it's like when we take a certain drug, how does the body react to it? So that's why I probably have to take biology. So I'm taking biology in a night class and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's not too bad. So, today I am a Panther. Yeah, I'm a Panther. You know what I mean? I was a Trojan back in the day. I was a bear back in the day. Now I'm a Panther. You know what I mean? So it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all about school camaraderie. And the thing is, I'm just going back to get some more knowledge. That's it, to get some more knowledge. Thank God it's not like it was back in the day. Remember back in the day when Nancy Reagan had her campaign say no to drugs, and she threw the egg in the pan, and egg burnt in the pan. This is your brain on drugs. Whew. I'm glad I missed that because my brain would have been egg fried. So it's good. that I do know that 1 + 1 = 2 and not 1 + 1 = 3. Trust and believe that. So, if I'm not going to have no one to come on, check my video out a little later on. Chime in. Let me know that you like the name, the Tombstone Recovery. Ooh. But at the end of the day, it's going to be like, yay. I'm fighting for my life. Tombstone Recovery, Mr. James, 188 Production, and everyone, have a blessed evening.